all plays out. This is where the so-called deep dive takes place, where the students sift through the data, discuss their ideas, and really try to come up with what they think is their best recommendation.
I just put that last one up there to remind us that we probably ought to address some of these issues. I mean, the financial side is something we have to address, but also from how does this impact the various stakeholders, and what are the roles in some of these things of corporate, the general managers, the associates, and how does that impact the guests? So
maybe I'm clear on shooting at my end.
Well, we need to put that on the slide.
Yeah, that's the exploration part. It's like, wow, brand. How do we find some data?
They like working there because one day they're on grill, the next day they're doing shakes.
And because each team was at a different store, every experience is different. Each team takes a different approach in doing the deep dive, and obviously each team will come up with a different recommendation.
You know, we were watching the lady who was working the grill at one point, but I could just sense her pride in being able to do that.
Yeah.
So they have 2 hours to sift through all this information and find the right path to take in the recommendation. The trick is finding the right path.
Have basically 90 minutes. We have an hour.
Yep.
We're good to go.
We need to have that over here in about 3 minutes. Because it'll take at least 5 to walk over there.
This is down to the wire.
It is.
I think a new definition of down to the wire.
Idea. Need to edit that slide.
Okay, what is the title?
Well, let's see here.
It's go time, and we're still working. Trying to put the finishing touches on our report here.
First group is Westfield.
The presentations are really the key. It's the opportunity the students have to show us what they've learned and to show us how much they've grown. I mean, after all, this is a learning experience.
We started with trying to establish a current position of at least the restaurant we visited, and hopefully this is indicative of most, if not all, of the other restaurants that you have. So we connected that dot from corporate respect and the philanthropy that you do, respect for the local community, respect and empowering the general manager to share that with the associates, filtering all the way down to the guests.
The critical piece is how do you get there versus being able to really say this is the financial impact, because it's in the amount of time you have and the amount of data and what you all got to absorb, that's probably asking an awful lot.
One of the things that I was sort of looking for was at least a next step that said, you know, next step would be we got to quantify what the financial impact of this would be, or at least a framework for saying, hey, we don't have enough information to actually quantify it, but here's the sort of financial implications from the data we have so far, or here's the way we would go about analyzing it.
I think it was good, better than expected.
I think it's a pretty good experience.
Work in teams for a day. It did get a little time crunch there at the end, actually putting the presentation together, but I thought that we had really good, kind of solid ideas.
Ultimately, the objective is to help students come up with a better problem-solving process to follow. The focus is on the process itself, not on the solution. Hopefully this will make them better decision makers going forward and more creative thinkers as well.
It provides an opportunity for us to have a connection with very bright students and faculty, and through this day of experiencing the Gateway, we actually get a lot of ideas generated by students, which gives us an opportunity for some fresh looks and thoughts that we might not otherwise have.